The small cue notes in the intro are really, really hard to see. Let's give this another shot. So as much as I love having the chord symbols written in, sometimes if they don't line up with what's on the page, it's distracting. That 10th from the 3rd is really throwing me off for some reason. Forgot the coda. I really need to practice those walking arpeggio figures like that. I rely on my eyes too much. I realize when I'm trying to do it without looking, I really start to trip. I need to be able to jump between shapes quickly. I'm just not chunking together the shapes I need to use. The first one's obvious. I'm in this position. Maybe I should start all the way there. It's because where the chunks would fall don't fall with the downbeats that I would want. So I don't have these locked shapes. I don't want to be walking every single third in duples. I want to be able to jump. That works. So I can lock it into 2 sets of 4. And then I have to jump for the last octave. I could probably just make that a 1 before that. that's partially just my weakness with these octave triads. I don't jump to that shape when I should. One more read. Let's try to get through this intro again. A big part of the problem with these tiny note heads is that they don't actually fully fill the spaces they're on. So especially when the note's on a space, my old eyes can't. It sort of wants to merge into another line or something. Every time I have that bar with B minor and F sharp minor, I just can't find a good fingering. Oh no, sorry, it's the next bar. It's the E minor to the A7. I run out of fingers by the time I'm on the A. Okay, I see what I should be doing. For some reason, I want to walk 5, 3, 2, 1, and I should really 5, 4, 2, or 5, 4, 3, 2. Then it's really easy to jump in the bass. I always miss that sus. All right. At the verse. Once again, the octave triad shapes. That's what that should be, but my hand wants to jump to this little smaller triad version of it. Verse. I just now noticed that's a 10th. That's a B. Solved that problem this time, except for the sus. Missed the 10th. Yeah. Huh, okay. Once again, that little arpeggial walk up. I'm not anticipating enough. There is a line break there to the first time you see that G minor chord. G minor 7. G minor 9, actually. Anyway. I'm not reading ahead enough to make a good fingering choice about walking that F major up. So starting there. A little better there. Now jumping back. These suspensions keep grabbing me. I'm really bad at suspensions for those where there's an octave around it. I've spent some time recently working on the octave triads and inversions, but I haven't spent as much time working on the suspensions, so my fingers just don't want to jump to that as quickly. something to add to my to-do list at the refrain. Got that suspension, and then I distracted myself. And Dakota. What did I do there? Yeah, I'm noticing in my brain what's happening on those last two bars, other than already having the problem of not having a good solution for those ascending arpeggios, is the octave jump in my left hand. I'm trying to make that blind because everything's spread out. This is the thing where you can't look at both your hands. So it's a bandwidth problem where I'm trying to solve one problem or the other. My proprioception isn't quite as tight as it needs to be to make that octave jump blindly without thinking about it, without a sort of feeling topography along the way. I'm sort of, basically my 2 on my left hand is reaching to feel this space between the G sharp and the B flat to make sure I'm in the right place. But since I actually have to actively think about that rather than just making the jump blindly, like if I was doing like a stride pattern, that feels comfortable, but I'm not used to doing up to the triad. I'm used to doing up to the triad because that's something I would do in a stride pattern. But just these 1-5-1 octaves, and that's taking away brain power I could be spending trying to think about this fingering that is also uncomfortable for me in my right hand. So, yeah. Self-diagnosis, self-assessment. That's how you make progress.